where we put up photographs and watch them hang, and then we change them around again. In this space, we speak of the emotion love, the most basic human need, the glue that bonds our humanity. Love, the emotion that traverses space and time.
That's Me Too is a short film combining still photographs, video clips, and audio interviews. The theme is about family, friends, and relationships. We have chosen 5 stories to illustrate these themes from their own life experiences in their own voices.
In the beginning, I was just scared when she got pregnant first.
I thought I was gonna be just a single mom at first. At one point,
I was scared I was gonna fail to be a good father and have a good relationship.
he didn't want nothing, and then he came around and said he wanted to be there. He said he really came in terms to really loving me and loving the baby.
Because I was only like 21 at the time, and I was still living with my mom, and I didn't really think I could do it. I could be a good father, which I proved wrong. I am a good dad. I'm a very good dad.
We're a loving family. We do a lot of stuff together. When we have money, we go on big trips and stuff. Like 2 years ago, we took our kids to Disneyland. It was our first time, and they had a good time. Our family consists of four of us, 2 kids, a boy and a girl, which is Isaac and Kyla. My son Isaac is 7, and Kyla is 4.5. The important key is you have to have love and patience. Patience, because if you don't have patience, then you'll be you'll be like in your wits, like want to pull your hair out. Sometimes there's days I do that. I'm like, oh man. There's days I just get upset and I just want to go somewhere and just want to scream for a minute. That's why I take myself a time out when the kids frustrate me and they're doing something, they're not listening. I have to take a 5-10 minute cool down so I don't get frustrated. Because I try not to yell at them. Because I know sometimes they'll slip out, and I do them shouting at the kids when I shouldn't be.
Relationships are like a roller coaster. They go up and down, round and round. Some parts are scary, some parts aren't. What brings me joy is my family.
The relationship that Diane and I have is an unusual relationship. We started our relationship when I began to be Diane's social recreation worker, and that was 20 years ago. And through those 20 years, we've been through a lot. As I said, we started out as worker and client, and that is still our relationship, but it has evolved beyond that. It's evolved into more of a friendship. She counts on me to be her confidant, and I also tell Diane things that are personal in nature, and it's a very strong bond.
Why I think it's very important when you have problems that you can talk to someone and that you don't have to be scared to talk to Patty.
I know that I'm important to her and she is important to me.
If Patty ever left, I would feel really, really sad.
I understand when Diane says things about people treating you differently. You do get treated differently.
Oh yeah, they think that we don't understand life, and like there's all kind of disabilities, but just because we have a disability, it doesn't mean that we're not a whole person, because we are. We do the same thing, but it might just take us a little longer, but we still adapt to everything.
My kids just like Diane.
I feel like I'm the adopted aunt.
It's a very committed, strong, consistent relationship, and who can't use that in their life?
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
Am I funny looking?
Yeah.
So you laugh at me because I'm funny looking?
Ha ha ha.
Typical children, my other children, working with Bradley, it's a challenge because I really think that they want a typical brother. They want the brother where they can just play and laugh, but they don't have that. And so, at the same time, they have to be very understanding of his needs and accepting. And so that means making some changes that they have to make. And I think they're willing changes. I think it's all about love. As I said before, love is everything. It's both the good and the bad, the strong and the weak and everything. But it gives me the opportunity, I think, to be the best parent that I can be for Bradley, because there are very trying days and there are very demanding days. But at the end, it's all built around love, the love I have for him and the love I have for my children.
Love you, dear.
Bradley is quite a large young man, and given the my connection with law enforcement, I could see where someone would take him for being disruptive or assaultive, and that can go very badly. Now, I'm always around now, but I'm 33 years older than Bradley, so sooner or later I'm going to pass on. But hopefully I've done enough planning so that there'll always be someone in his life. He'll always have a place to stay and so forth. And in fact, that's probably one of the things I've learned from other parents. It's about planning. It's about estate planning. It's about putting things in your living will, your trust, and so forth and so on, so that as far as I can, he'll always be taken care of. My advice for anybody who comes in contact with anybody with autism is just be patient. Take a step back, look into their eyes, feel their passion, and I think that you'll know that they're struggling. They're trying to become a part of the world that's so very different for them. If you give them that time, if you give them that respect, you'll find out that they'll make the bridge to our world, and hopefully that will come into theirs. I think that the future is bright for Bradley.
Love is important to me because I love my mom so much. I love my sister Avery, my sister Haley and Taylor, and my dad, and my mom, and my stepdad, and my great-grandfather.
Unconditional love is important in our family, and I credit having Charlotte teach us all what unconditional love is. And so I think just for us to get through the day and for us to get through life, not only as a family but just as individuals and in the world, this gift that we received of learning about unconditional love is huge and has transformed us, not only as a family but as people.
I'm getting roommates.
I always knew at some point in time it would be time for Charlotte and I to go maybe a little bit of our separate ways, and she needed to live a little bit more independently. And so it's become really clear in the last year or so that the time is now. So in order for Charlotte to stay in the home that she's grown up in a place that she feels really comfortable, we've decided that my husband and Charlotte's sister and I will move out, and Charlotte will stay in the house and get roommates and have staff to support her. I think she's concerned about me, and I also think she gives me far more. As I had said before, I knew having a child with developmental disability at some point in time, it would be right, and I didn't know what that looked like. And I thought it was going to be kind of an aha moment, but it's not been an aha moment. It's been kind of a series of steps.
And Mom's going to visit.
Yes, I'm going to visit. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you.
I'm going to miss you too.
I think it's gonna be fun to have my own place.
Music is a universal language. It's something no human language can ever translate necessarily. Well, my brother sort of teased me a lot over the years, but I still had unconditional love for him. And also, the reason why he teased me is because he wanted to get me to talk, and I didn't speak in complete sentences until I couldn't even put sentences together unless he teased me. I realized that I was having problems with putting my own English together, and as a result, I couldn't even distinguish foreign languages even. But now I can understand that the reason why I was sort of bugabooed by it, because I couldn't put together my own English, but not anymore. They say, "You're the guy I hear you on the radio." And that's been that way with me for the past 25 years, ever since I started out as a volunteer announcer. It makes me feel like I'm important to the community. It makes me feel like I'm giving them a part of cultural appeal that you wouldn't find anywhere else on the airwaves. I want people to understand who I am and how I can reach out to others. When I was diagnosed as having autism a decade ago, it unlocked a secret of why I was what I was over the years. And as a result, I've overcome it. And for me, knowing that I had autism was more of a blessing rather than a curse. I'm mostly out, mostly at work, and that's where my friendship usually relates with these people. And in addition to the outings I go with my friends, be it individually or a friendship circle. Well, what Friendship Circle is, it's a program that helps people with developmental disabilities help make camaraderie with others that normally wouldn't be able to be out in the social world. And I was glad to be part of it. That way I was able to gain so many new friends and more social conversation as a result. I never use autism as an excuse for why I miss cues on certain things or behave the way I do. But then, of course, it can be a symptom of, even though it may be a symptom of autism, that doesn't necessarily mean that I can use that as an alibi for why I want to get out of certain situations. Never use autism or any developmental disability as an excuse for where you might have gone wrong.
Love has come along. Take it, leave